I just turned 20. A lot of my businesses failed and I just lost everything. So a little recap on that. I just moved to Japan. I just had some pretty bad months financially. A lot of startups, a lot of businesses didn't really go my way. And I'm just kind of walking you through the mindset that I'm keeping while being a young entrepreneur trying to chase this thing. So if we circle back to like 2023, I'm 17, turning 18. All my businesses, I dropped out of schools to chase being an entrepreneur. All my businesses failed. I was gonna get evicted out of my apartment. I had no rent money left. So I joined the military as a last stretch, and I had $0 to my name, dude. I was at the airport about to ship off to boot camp across the country, and I was on the phone with my mom, basically explained to her like I have no money for food. And then this dude overheard me and then gave me like 20 bucks. He was a veteran actually. He's like, I overheard you're going to boot camp. You have no money, bro. We take care of our own. And man, I wish I had that guy's contact information or some way to get in touch with him. Such a great guy. Man, I wish I could pay him back. But I'm gonna, pay it forward, of course. That's a good way to pay back. But yeah, man, I was like, that was a bad spot. I finished all my military training. I saved up a lot of money, saved up like 10 grand. Started my business back up once I hit my unit in the military. I was just grinding on my business, bro, because I still miss being an entrepreneur. I knew I didn't want to have a military career. I knew I didn't want to go to college. I wanted to still be an entrepreneur. I started a marketing agency. I was a freelance copywriter, started a marketing agency. I was grinding on that agency for fucking ever, man. Making no money. Made a couple thousand bucks. I think I was making my biggest month was like 5K. Made 5K in December. Was grinding on that. Had about 15K saved up, and then I took like a big bet on myself. Um, I threw money into like a SaaS, like a software that I thought I was gonna sell. It fucking failed. And then my mom, lost her job. I had to start paying my mom's bills. I paid her bills for like 3 months straight. I was lost, directionless with my business. I bought a mentorship program that costed around 6K, 5.8K or whatever. And before I knew it, I all my money was half my money was gone. I went back home to Texas, lost a little bit more money there, and then I took a leap of faith to go to Miami. Wanted to just network with people out in Miami and just like get around more successful people, which I did, but I lost a lot of money doing that. And then I was like, fuck, I lost a lot of money. And then right after that, moved to Japan, and now I'm chilling in a pretty not the best room ever. But I'm documenting this because one, this is a fucking valuable documentation for future reference and material to use. But not only that, but I'm just kind of bringing you through my mentality of how I still know I'm going to be successful, even though I'm kind of in like a dark period. And not that I'm in a dark period, I had a really good month this month in terms of income, but I had to restart a lot of times. And I'll break you down my mindset to kind of go through those moments. I think to a certain degree, it took a certain degree of delusion to keep trying because I had negative signals and condentations around my business when I was starting it. And yeah, no, it's been a journey, man. There's been so many times I wanted to quit. So many times I was like, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe they're all right. And that's what an entrepreneur goes through because, to do anything extraordinary in life, like start a business and be successful, it's going to fail. This isn't like some get rich quick. I've been at this for a year and I've lost a lot of money. I've made a lot of money. I've met a lot of people. I've done a lot of things. But I will tell you guys right now, you got to be delusional. Um, your parents going to tell you it's not going to work. You're going to have friends make fun of you. You know how many times, like I'm still in the military serving, right? Like you can see my shit right here, guys. Um, I still have people like peers make fun of my business, tell me like, "Oh, you're a scammer," or "Your business is stupid. Why are you doing that? Like, why don't you go drink?" Like, I don't drink. I'm completely straight edge. "Oh, why don't you drink on the weekends? Why don't you actually do something fun with your life?" Like, I wanted to be an entrepreneur since I was a little kid. Like, I have a video of a 10-year-old me telling my mom that if you look at one of my older videos, I put it in there. It's like I'm telling my mom I'm gonna have a Porsche, I'm gonna have 10 girlfriends and like a big mansion or something. I was telling her that at like 10 years old. I always knew I wanted to be rich. I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And I was telling my mom that while I was living in a one bedroom duplex. It was run down, it was shitty, and we were living there. She was doing what she could to get by. And I was telling her those crazy dreams as we are like out eating Mexican food or something. So I've always been a very ambitious, outgoing person. I think one trait that kind of helped me with that was just like I never let that. I was always like that ambitious child, and I just never grew up. Like I never wanted to face reality. I was never like a reality facing person of like, damn, okay, now it's time to get a degree and time to get a job. I was like, no, I'm gonna be a YouTuber. No, I'm gonna be a musician. No, and it still hasn't left me at 20 years old. I still have this childlike sense of delusion that no matter what I do or what I chase, I'm gonna make it work out with business, whatever I want to chase. And man, such a gift from God and such a valuable trait that I'm still childish in the sense of that I'm so delusional. You know how crazy it sounds to be 20 years old and then walk around and say, yeah, I'm gonna be a multimillionaire from a business that I create from a fucking bedroom. It sounds delusional, it sounds crazy, but that's what it takes, boys. That's what it takes. You gotta look like a weirdo. And I'm okay with that, you know, I'm okay with looking like a weirdo. I mean, I make enough money off my business now to where I can live off of it. I've got my clients great results. We're partnering up with great guys in the space. We're doing great things, boys. And I'm just so grateful for God, obviously, keeping that on me. But I just want to let you know, I've gone through some dark times. I've gone through dark times of staring in front of my screen, wondering if the thing's even going to work out. Depressive periods. I've lost, you know, a girl that was, you know, I really liked, you know, possibly even in love with, you know, broke up with me. And I just wasn't responsive to her. I never replied to her. I was like a pretty shitty boyfriend. I was a shitty friend. I was sometimes maybe a shitty son for just not calling my mom all the time. But that's the sacrifices I made to grind on my business. Like I go to the gym. Like obviously I'm in the military. I got to stay in shape. I stay in shape. I mean, I can run like a 20-minute 3 mile. I'm in pretty good shape, but I'm not hitting the gym all the time. I'm not having 1 hour gym sessions. I hit the gym like twice a week now, and I go like 45 minutes. And the reason I do like I love jujitsu. I love training martial arts, but I completely cut that off. I love video games. I cut video games off. You know, I love girls. I love being around feminine energy, but I cut my relationships with women off. I quite literally just strictly follow business. I grind on business. I get done my military job, which I have a pretty chill schedule. So I'll come back to my room and I'll just grind on my business. And, you know, being here in a new country away from America and just grinding is like very good for me. I really enjoy it so far. Um, I made 3 grand since being here in Japan. I got here like half a week, week and a half ago. So, you know, I'm very grateful, just following God, following the path laid in front of me. But I want you guys to know that I'm kind of rambling. I have no direction with this video whatsoever. So it's probably not going to do that great. I don't go fuck. It'll do better in the future when you come back and you watch this. But I'm kind of setting this in stone right now. Jaden K. and Pullen will be a multimillionaire. Rude Marketing, my agency that I printed on a hoodie. I printed this hoodie when I was not even making 5K a month. Um, I'm a bit delusional. I'm very childish. Um, I don't know how to change a tire. I'm not the smart. I'm not even that athletic. I mean, I'm in the military. I'm in pretty good shape, but I'm definitely not a stud. No one special. I'm just a dude who never grew up, and I'm just chasing a dream. And if you guys want to watch this and you know watch the journey that I'm documenting, you're more than welcome to. Love to have you. And yeah, I'm gonna be in that Porsche. Let's stick with one girlfriend. Okay, maybe we don't have to have 10. A mansion sounds pretty fucking sick. Um, I'm gonna be in a black Porsche 911. My mom will be retired. My dad will be retired, and it'll all be because of Jaden K. and Pullen. Just because a lot of people don't have the balls to put their last name on the line and say they're gonna do something extraordinarily crazy, doesn't mean I don't. So I will be a multimillionaire. Bet my life on it. I'm saying it right near this camera because I know it's gonna happen, and I have full confidence and conviction in myself that it will happen. And you can't tell me it's not going to work because I'm too delusional. I'm too crazy. I'm willing to lock myself in a room in pitch black darkness and work for 10 hours straight with no results. And I don't focus on anything else. You get like, I don't focus on anything else. So I want to bring remarketing to the top. I want to make a dent in the world. And I just want to live a childhood dream, man. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now, guys. I've lost it all in a lot of ways. I've gone through a dark path. I like fuck it, man. You know. So love you guys for real. So that's the journey so far. Let's fucking go, boys. Let's go.